A few weeks ago, I was commuting my train. There and then I spotted this family a few aisles across me. And they looked dreadful, they looked awful, and they looked unhappy with life. Especially the parents. The parents, they looked so sad. And they were phone addicts. They were glued to their screen. They were hooked on their phone like a crack addict who is hooked to his pipe. It was such a bitter and sad scene, especially seeing that poor child who was entertaining himself with watching a stupid brain rot YouTube video that will fuck up his brain so much. And I thought to myself, holy shit, this poor child will grow up with such a disadvantage compared to a healthy child who used their imagination, who used their fantasy and interact with other human beings to improve their oration skill. But no, this poor child uses just a screen to entertain himself. It doesn't use his mind to think of, oh, a wooden stick is a sword and he entertains himself with that. No. He's fucked because of that. He will have a disadvantage growing up because of that. And I want you to not be like those parents. I want you to be role models. I want you to be a role model for your future children. Because children, they imitate their parents. And if you have a good relationship with your phone, if you aren't addicted to your phone, and if you aren't addicted to scrolling, you can teach that to your children. So why should you listen to me? My name is Marco. I went from being a total scrolling addict with a screen time of over 8 hours each day, with most of it being scrolling on Insta, TikTok and Shorts, to now having a screen time of under 2 hours with most of it being Notes, Google Docs and WhatsApp. And also I stopped using the apps like TikTok, Shorts and Insta for more than 1.5 years. I did this with my compendious 5 pillars of quitting. So today I will teach you 3 things that will help you to stop scrolling and that will help you to be a role model. The first thing is mental health. Your mental health is fucked. You probably feel depressed, have anxiety, feel sad, feel unmotivated or feel just lost in your life. And the reason for that is you watch hour upon hour with TikTok or short form video. And you need to realize every video, every little scroll is a different emotion that's released in your brain. One video will make you feel happy, one video will make you feel sad, one video will make you feel unhappy or unmotivated or whatever it is. And with that, you will almost become emotionally abused because you scroll for 1 hour and have so many different emotions in your head, and then your mind is fully clustered, so you don't know what to do and you will develop anxiety. So that's a reason why your mental health is fucked, because of scrolling so much. And how do you fix that? Of course, with not scrolling. You need to view scrolling and TikTok, Insta and Shorts differently. They aren't cute, they aren't fun, not, I sent this funny meme to my friend. No. They steal your time. You will waste your most precious thing in life. You will waste the most valuable thing in life. You will waste time. You only have a limited number of time. The time you already spent in the past is gone forever. You only can treat time better, so you can spend more time with doing stuff you actually want to do that brings you further in life, instead of wasting hours of your life and never getting it back. TikTok and scrolling isn't fun. It's 5 seconds of fun, and then you feel bad. Real fun, real happiness is you doing something hard, like climbing a mountain. And while you're ascending the mountain, this is hard work. You will feel uncomfortable. But then on the peak, you will feel so good about yourself. You will feel proud about yourself that you climbed that mountain. And in 2 weeks' time, you will look back at that exact moment, at the peak, where you looked at this beautiful view, and you feel happy. You will feel proud. But with TikTok, this isn't the case. You don't look back at 2 weeks' time when you scroll for hours and then you think to yourself, oh, I'm so proud I did that. No, you probably either forget that you even scrolled, or you feel regret because instead of doing work that you needed to do, you scrolled and wasted your life. So another thing, or an action step is, whenever you scroll and you realize you scroll, you say to yourself, I'm better than this, and you close the app and you delete the app, and you do this over and over and over again. And with that, you will finally shift your mind that you will see that TikTok and short form content is really, really bad for you. And if you stop consuming them, you will have better mental health. Now, to increase your mental health more, you need to do a 14 days protocol. For 14 days, you will do 4 different habits. First is exercise. Either exercise in nature or exercise with friends or with people around you so you can interact with them. The next is journaling. And to be more specific, gratitude journaling. You journal about something you are grateful for, you're thankful for. It could be as simple as you're grateful for water because it keeps you alive. And you do this every day for 14 days. And the powerful thing is, if you gratitude journal, random in your life, you will have this thought about, oh, I'm grateful for this lamp. And then you have a smile on your face. And this is so powerful because if you smile, you will feel happy, and with that, your mental health increases. Then the third step, or the third habit, is meditation. Meditation is so simple. First, you focus on something, then you lose the focus, then you realize you lose the focus, and then you go back to losing the focus. You can focus on your breath, a point on your wall, sound, doesn't matter. And if you now say meditation doesn't work, it does. You haven't tried it for long enough. If a fat guy goes to the gym and stops or quits after 1 week, what would you say? You would say, oh, you need to keep going, you need to stick to it longer. And meditation works the same. Now, the last thing is reading. You need to read fiction books, non-fiction books, it doesn't matter. Read something you're interested in. And do those 4 steps: reading, meditation, journaling, and exercise for 14 days. And I will guarantee you, if you do those habits for 1 minute each day, your mental health will increase so much. Now, with an increase in mental health, it will be easier for you to stop scrolling and to have a better relationship with your phone. The next step is purpose. You need to find your purpose and align your life to your purpose. And if you don't know what purpose is basically the reason why you want to live, the reason why you want to strive for more, the reason why you want to work harder than ever before. Most of us don't have or don't know our purpose. So we need to first find that purpose. And finding a purpose is like this. First, you think to yourself, what do you want to do in life? What do you want to achieve in life? And what do you want to sacrifice to achieve that? You do this by sitting in a room and thinking about that and journaling about that. This is so important, because if you find then your purpose and align yourself with that purpose, malicious habits, malicious desire will just evaporate. Now, to make it a bit easier for you to finding your purpose, maybe in your childhood you were known for a specific thing. Maybe you were the child who liked to help other people, or you were the child that entertained other people, or that was very good with technical stuff. So maybe your purpose is in one of those areas. And you need to do this. You really need to do this right now. Go to a quiet room. You can stop this video. Go to a quiet room, take a piece of paper, and then think to yourself, what do I want to do with my life? No, don't just cope and say, yeah, I will do it after the video. No, just stop this video right now. And then come back and watch further. So I'm guessing you have just did that. You journaled about your purpose. Now, maybe you have now different things. You have different paths you want to go or do. Now you need to stick to something. Maybe you have a certain career you want to do. Now stick to that for a few weeks, and then you will realize if it's your purpose or not. If not, that's fine, because now you know that this isn't. So you make progress. To finding your true purpose is just moving forward in one direction and then realizing if this direction is right. And if you fail, if you don't find your purpose right away, that's also fine, because you did something and you failed and you learned with failing. So finding your purpose is a process. You don't just find your purpose instantly. You find your purpose with moving forward in life, with doing stuff and trying different things out, till you find that thing that you truly want to do, and that you feel that feels almost effortlessly to do. Now, the last thing is learning new things. If you stop scrolling, if you reduce your screen time with first seeing scrolling as it is, as something terrible for you, and then stopping doing that, so you will gain free time. But you also need to fill that time with stuff that brings you further in life, or else you will fall back into scrolling. And you do this by learning new things and trying new things out. Now, the 4 things I would recommend for you is, of course, the 4 habits that will also increase your mental health: exercise, reading, meditation, and journaling. Those are things that you can implement in your life, and you can fill with a short period of time, and over time you will make so much progress in your life if you just do those 4 habits. But of course, you can also do some stuff that you truly want to do. Maybe you want to learn a new language, maybe you want to start a business, maybe you want to learn how to craft a table. Doesn't matter, just something you want to do. And now do it instead of scrolling. Just do it. Do it. Force yourself out of bed and doing it instead of grabbing your phone. Force yourself to do it. Do it first thing in the morning. The stuff you want to do. And then stick to it. Be consistent with that habit. And being consistent is easy. You make a plan. You make a plan when you want to wake up and when you want to go to bed. And then you plan out at which specific time you want to do each habit. And you do that habit every time, and every day, the same time. And if you do this, if you do that habit every day at the exact same time, over time, your unconscious mind will associate that time with that habit. But of course, you need to adhere that plan. You need to stick to the plan. And you need to start small. With progressive overload, you increase the habit, the duration of the habit. Like for, let's say, crafting a boat or crafting a table. First, you start with just making a small one, then a bigger one and even bigger. Or with reading, you start with 1 page, then the next day with 2 pages and so on. You do progressive overload. Like in a gym, you do it with every habit you do. Now, to recap, you need to fix your mental health because your mental health is shit. So you do this by switching from seeing the apps as fun and cute to the apps are detrimental for your life, because they are, and also doing that 14 days with the 4 habits. Next is purpose. Journal about why. Journal about what you want to do in life. And figure it out. Try different things. Stick to different things. And do things. This is important. Doing the things. You can think about it and have a dream, yes. But if you don't actually progress to that, it's just that, a dream, and you will never achieve that. So you need to actually step towards that goal or that thing you want to do. And lastly is learn new things. Fill your time with stuff that will progress your life, that will extrapolate your life from here to there if you continue to do them over a long period of time. Like I said, those 4 habits, reading, meditation, journaling and exercise, they will extrapolate your life if you just stick to them so much. In a few months, you will feel better than ever. But of course, fill also your day with stuff you want to do, with habits or hobbies you want to do. Football club or craftsmanship, doesn't matter what. Just, you know what you truly like, so just do it. Don't cope, don't waste your life away, because we only have one life, we only have a certain amount of time. So every time you waste, every time you don't do that stuff you actually want to do, you first of all feel worse, and you will lose that opportunity, you will lose that period of time. And on your deathbed you will feel regretful that you didn't do the thing you wanted to do. On that note, have a great day. If you want a full guide of my compendious 5 pillars of quitting, click the first link in the description. With that said, sleep well, and I see you in the next one. Goodbye.